Hello there. Today is day 25 of working on a currently untitled project, so let's hop right in. So overall I didn't achieve a huge amount today, but I'm very happy with what I got, which is two variations on the Wanderers. One without lines and one with lines. The visual style is inspired by Super Hot. Very then I should just pull that up. This sort of style. We have these polygonal shapes that form the characters, and lighting isn't exactly realistic on them, but you get a good sense of form. I feel like this achieves that. There's that doesn't show up as much as I want it to. It just shows up better if it's white, doesn't it? I don't know. There's stuff to consider still. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the process on this. I got to make an editor tool for it, where you select a mesh and randomize the vertex colors. I got to deal with algorithms. I had to write a basically finding groups algorithm for the polygons. This should be saved for the ramble section. Let me focus on the core stuff. So I like these. I'm actually kind of happy with how they look. Here we go. They have two layers basically. They have the base layer and they have this glowing layer, the highlight layer on top of that, which I think is a really nice effect. And adds a lot of just visual variety to when you see them. Right now they're all in sync, but that's going to change. Like, you can just desync them and then they look a lot better because they aren't glowing in the exact same spots at the exact same time. So I'm actually happy with these. And the one with the lines works out reasonably well. If I maximize I'll save before I maximize this. I guess it closes the window, so yeah, that's save. It's not fully glitchless. Like, you'll see, like, there are a few areas where there aren't sidelines, but I think that's actually a fixable problem. I just need to be clever about how I do the modeling. And I need to learn a few things. I like how to bisect an edge and, just a couple bits and pieces. This is pretty good. So if you only want to hear the core stuff, feel free to click off. If you want to listen to me ramble, or ramble more, I suppose. I'm a bit tired right now. Feel free to stick around. So as I mentioned, I'm pretty happy with these. I mentioned the lines were a bit glitched and that those can be solved. The lines might be too thin on lower resolutions. That's a worry that I have, is that when the resolution changes based on how I'm doing this, because I'm doing it, I have just this, fixed width that they have. It on lower resolutions, it's going to just look smaller, and that's so like if you I don't know, shrink the game down to like this. Does this still look okay? Well, it's okay. It's just not great. Like, it would be better at a higher resolution. So, it also just looks slightly different. Like, this just feels better. I'm spotting a visual glitch. That right there, the middle polygon, is not correct. Interesting. I think that's a bug in my algorithm for clustering polygons. I think that has to be a bug because I'm going to have to re-examine that. Oops. Well, glad I spotted it now. Yeah. So, yeah, maybe this isn't how I want to deal with lines. It also might be nice to have like a glow in the center of the line. It irradiates out to the sides. That might also be really difficult to actually do though, unless I fundamentally change how the lines are rendered entirely, or figure out a way to like UV map them automatically, because I don't want to like manually UV map these, and that might be like the primary way that I accomplish that. Yeah, my next step for tomorrow is going to be working on enemy death effects, and then I might finally do a pass on the Ico, which I've disabled for the time being, just partially to focus in on these enemies. I might instead work on the weapon shots and impact and shooting effects though, kind of depends on how I'm feeling. But yeah. Anyways, it's a fairly short day today, but I feel like I made some good progress. If you have any comments, questions, ideas, or anything else on your mind, leave a comment below. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care. Actually, I will actually just amend this with one last thing. I don't know, I wasn't really happy with how I started out and how I continued on yesterday with the frustration. I don't know, it's something that I should try to avoid. I want to showcase like more of the happy parts of game development and like the joy of it, rather than, anger and frustration. There is anger and frustration, obviously. It's just I don't know. It's not what I want to lead with. So I may still be frustrated at times, but I need to put some thought into, how do I present things a bit better than that. Anyways, now thank you for your time, and I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care.